Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Leeds Rhinos versus OKR and Sheffield Eagles versus Halifax Panthers in the Betfred Championship. Hopefully we can go and get the... As I'm doing... Because I've got the game niche on there, so if anything happens, score will change. My main focus will be on the Super League game. Sorry about being quite quick on doing this because it's been right warm today, folks. So everything's just been a bit of a rush. And let's hopefully be a good, both games be a good game of rugby. I can't because I can't watch them because they're not live. So I'll just be. I'll just know if anything happens when it pops up. So it's going to be like that. Yeah, because I'll know if anything happens in that game because stuff will pop up and I can quickly glance at it, saying that's up and let people know, and there we go. So the game is about to get underway. So the game between Sheffield Eagles and the Halifax Panthers is about to get underway. So I'll give you the lineups now. There's the lineup for Sheffield Eagles, which we're wearing green kit from the Summer Bash, which we should be wearing red because we are at home, which is a shock. And that's for Halifax Panthers tonight. Funnily enough, I've even got the Halifax Panthers lineup because they were taking that long to even put it on.
The Leeds Rhinos are the most ill-disciplined side in the competition. 3 reds, 12 yellows, 20 bans, totaling 40 matches in total. Do Leeds, and did Leeds, have a discipline problem?
Oh, they finally put it on. They put it on literally 20 minutes before kick-off. When Sheffield Eagles did it literally 45 minutes before kick-off.
I would also use Reece Martin's ban this week and look at that and say, are we serious? Are we really rubbing people out of the game for that? So
I apologise for that, folks. It's not my fault that two teams bring their things out at different times. No, because I kept checking and it wouldn't, and they weren't doing it to force. Because Leeds Rhinos won for the main game came out at the same time as whole KRs.
With those 3 very significant players missing.
It does. I mean, behavioural change takes a long time. So if that's a problem that those players have got, then that's going to be difficult for the club to change. But I mean, in regards to tonight's game, some people think the Leeds are weak.
So I'll give you the lineups. Cool. The lineup for Halifax. Here it is. Actually, it's quite nice. They must have had a long time doing this. But there's your lineup for Halifax. To more or less go and beat us, because I don't think we are going to win. And if we do, it'll be an absolute shock. But that game is now underway, folks.
He signed for the Robins ahead of the 2020 season after 270 odd NRL appearances. He was a grand final winner with the Roosters, 21 caps for New Zealand. But it was, I remember when he signed, there was a press release.
And I think at the same time I might, but we'll know what happens on there. If when it pops up on, when this game, if anything happens, I'll let you guys know. But I'm not going to pay much attention to it, so just wait for it to pop up on there.
Fans hear that from a recently recruited superstar from Australia. I think that really stands out. Did for me, and I think he's completely embedded himself in the life and the culture on and off the field here in his thoughts. He's been an ever-present in 20 and 2021, and 2022 wasn't quite either, was it? This is his appearances to date, 19 of them. He's played more.
How early do you want to put your lineup out for a game?
Tackle breaks again, top of the charts. Offloads, big part of his game. Top of the chart, line break assist.
Whole KR announced their lineup literally at 2:30 this afternoon.
Really challenging opposition. They're into opposition territory, and I think he's a really effective attacking player for the Robins.
And that's a bit strange. You're not playing football when they would do it before a 3 o'clock kickoff.
20, round 23. And it shows a couple of things. So this very early on against Toulouse and the victory over Toulouse. First of all, he's a real good kick target. He's a real threat in the air. Even with 2 players in attendance, he's able to get the ball across. This was chalked off, just Rowan Milnes' hand in there. Elliot Minchell get it chalked off. But this is where I think he's most dangerous. So have a look at him here. He ducks back on the inside, something that at the start of his career he probably wouldn't have done. He probably would have gone here.
Yeah.
As he's slowed down with a little bit of age, he's got a little bit quicker between the ears. He now uses that right foot in a different
Just
way.
to let you guys also know,
Across the field, very much in the way
when you guys see the timer starting, that is for the main game, which is Leeds Rhinos versus OKR. That's going to be that. Because I can't do it for both, because it would just be stupid, because they both don't kick off at the same time, which... And, get in there, it's a try. Shock. Shock horror. But it ain't going to last.
For Frankie Holton to score what ended up being the try that put them back in front in a crucial victory for Hull Kingston Rovers. I think this is one of 2 shots that Hull KR have to really keep themselves in the mix for playoffs.
No, I'm just saying, it ain't gonna last, because we go so far in front and then we just collapse. We've done it twice this season when we should have won.
Yeah, looking forward to that at the touchscreen, and indeed that 80-minute duel, if indeed they do match up against the
And so there we go, 4-0, just waiting for conversion to come, folks.
Also playing to push Leeds into the playoffs. He's returned from a long injury and returned with a bang.
Powerful and athletic.
Harry Newman has touched the ball down. Oh, Harry Newman, what a try that is. Are you ready?
And for God's sake, he couldn't convert, so it's just 4-0. Josh good? Yeah. Wow.
This holiday, just us 2. Well, it reminded me of how good our years together have been. This is a moment
In my mouth.
whenever I think of us.
Find your moments that matter with P&O Cruises.
I want to stream something epic. Nice. I want blockbusters.
The other game soon, folks, will be getting underway.
Originals.
What about iconic shows? Anything else you want to show me? A brand new streaming service with a 7-day free trial. Couldn't ask for anything more. Paramount Plus, a mountain of entertainment.
So vote who you guys think is going to win, Hull KR or Leeds Rhinos, folks.
Introducing the all-new Mazda CX-60 plug-in hybrid. Crafted in Japan.
It's gonna keep going. Hopefully it'll be both. Hope it'll be a good game, and hopefully the right team in both of them get the win.
Internet's playing up again. Nightmare.
It won't stop spinning.
It's been loading forever.
Save yourself from broadband nightmares. Together, BT and EE bring you unbreakable Wi-Fi. Only BT hybrid broadband and backed up by EE, the UK's best network.
So keep getting your questions in, folks.
To Chicken Town. Home of the imitators. Good luck to them, I guess. Let them have something to aim for. But a word to the wise. There's only one Colonel
You were spot on about Parramatta when you said the Rabbitohs would win.
Hate your face. They hate the way everyone looks up to you. When all they see is just a friend. Yeah, you're different. Raise your hand if you're not. So let the haters hate you. Because guess what? They ain't you.
Show your favorite superheroes the love they deserve.
I love you guys.
The Sky Cinema Superheroes Collection. Available now.
Ooh. God, they're showing this waste of space. Called Anthony Joshua shite. Who thinks he can beat you, Skip?
Live on Sky Sports box office.
Alexander Usyk defends his world heavyweight titles in a blockbuster rematch with Anthony Joshua. It will be live on Sky Sports box office. Coverage gets underway from 6 p.m. next Saturday, August 20th. The fight is available to all Sky and non-Sky customers, including Virgin Media and BT. If you want any more information on all the different ways to watch, please go to Sky Sports.
We're about 9 minutes in the game between Sheffield Eagles and Halifax Panthers. Leeds Rhinos versus OKR. Not long until they get underway.
The 33rd went the way of the Rhinos in round 11, winning 12-0 in a game that sparked a mini revival of sorts for the visitors, but they have been in great form recently, winning 5 of their last 6. They go up, though, against the Hull Kingston Rovers side that have shown some notable changes to the team that beat Toulouse in round 22. Ryan Hall returns against his former side. Kane Linnett comes back in on that left edge, and Greg Richards is recalled on the bench. The interesting move in the halves from coach Danny Maguire is Elliot Minchella partnering Jez Litton in the absence of Rowan Mills. Well, Leeds will be forced into changes of their own from the side
Wow.
down Salford 34-14. No David Fussatua, no Aidan Caesar, and no Reece Martin, all suspended. So in comes Liam Tyndall on the wing.
Leeds like to get a lot of suspensions.
Myler in the halves. And Corey Johnson, Blake Austin, and Moise Mustafa are drafted in by head coach Rowan Smith. Well, just the final few words from Rowan Smith to his Leeds Rhinos charges as they hope to push further into the playoff places. And of course, if Casper go down against the Catalan Dragons tonight, they will go into 5th Leeds with a win. Well, not much went their way early on, but they have revived under Rowan. Brilliant drive. What a score.
Oh, and it's a lovely try for Fussatua for the Leeds Rhinos. Oh, in the legs.
Oh.
Leaves his mark. Lovely ball. Lovely ball. Support from Leeming. Leeming all the way. Cruz Leeming with the try. And Hanley is going to go all the way. And it's Hanley with the try. It's Donaldson who's on the end of that magnificent try for the Leeds Rhinos.
Led out by Ash Hanley. Here come the Rhinos, who have won 7 of their 11 under new coach Rowan Smith. They sit in 6th on the table and are now the hunted as the likes of Hull KR, Salford, Hull FC all battle for one of the...
That actual kit looks nice. That grey and blue.
Well, the playoff 4-pointer, says Robins coach Danny Maguire. Hull KR now have a magnificent chance, of course, to push themselves into the top 6. Amongst the coaching staff, Brett Delaney, a former Rhino himself, brought in to add some steel to this Robins defence. Well, they come here in huge numbers, as always. They want to secure a place in the top 6 as the rounds begin to run out in season 2022.
Ah.
Richard Agar, the Robins need to do what to give themselves the best chance of winning this one?
Defensively, out of the middle, I think they'll be challenged athletically from speed and agility by Leeds tonight, and I think they've got to defend the middle from the tight forwards really long to stop the momentum.
Hello there. Who do you support? Out of all of these, it would be Championship side Sheffield Eagles. I've got a mate who's with me who supports Leeds Rhinos. So hopefully we can see a double whammy of 2 wins tonight.
Better than the Robins. Stop that and Leeds have a chance.
Yeah, quick rocks will favour the Robins, and that man Brad Dwyer recalled into the starting lineup by Coach Rowan Smith.
So I'm going to give you guys the lineups, and this is the lineup for Hull KR versus Leeds Rhinos. This is your lineup for the Hull KR side. And here is your lineup for the Leeds Rhinos team to play Hull KR tonight. I didn't actually read them. I said this is the team. This is the team to play. No, I do that for most of them because I got 4, so I'm just doing that. So let's just people just read them if they want to read them, and they can pause it while watching it, and they can have a look. And the game is underway, folks. The actual kit goes together. The grey and blue actually are very nice together.
Big challenge for Cal. Both sides used to disruption. You see, risky play from Leeds off the kickoff, trying to be expansive.
Good job, Harry Newman was alert there.
That's one of the major differences between these two teams.
Got someone who's in the stream sent a message to me saying I'm a Hull fan, so he's wanting you to win tonight.
Interesting, he's gone with Brad Dwyer starting.
Well, I just think that both teams want to play quick. Look, that's just it goes without saying, all sides want to speed the ruck up and run out of dummy half. It's probably the best way to attack. Both of these sides in Dwyer and Parcell for OK, I've got 9s who can...
Hopefully, double whammy.
Sean Kenny-Dow and Harry Newman. I think Sean Kenny-Dow, as John Wells said, has been...
Who do you guys think is going to win? It's 50-50.
Last few seasons, and having this man back, Brian Hall, his power, his carries and his ability to get his team on the front foot is huge.
Yeah, Ryan Hall back in the sides after 2 games out. And of course, such an integral part of the Leeds Rhinos side in the glory years. Parcell puts a kick in from just about the halfway line. It's a good one, dribbling towards that Leeds line, and Hanley has to pick up and then try and make...
Just get Hanley on the wings and just let him run the whole way for the pitch.
Leads the league in meters made.
What's that? What a foul? What? Referee, you're talking out of your arse.
Pushed up off the ball, so the ball is on the floor. He's pushed up off the ball and he hasn't regained his balance. That's the correct decision.
Yeah, it was ugly, wasn't it? Yeah.
But I thought the whole KR player had his hand on the Leeds Rhinos player.
For this Leeds side, what a big
So basically stopped him from getting up.
Look out thrive off this. Just love possession, attacking the opponent's line.
Yeah, Leeds turning over possession then just 10 metres away from their own try line. So early opportunity.
And I thought this referee was going to...
Back in the side after 11 games out. Matt Parcell, George King. So strong this season. Now named as the Ireland captain for the forthcoming Rugby League World Cup, George King. Here's Matt Parcell. Matt Parcell goes for it and kicks it.
So OKR have scored from something that should never have been given in their favour in the first place. So basically referees helped them score a try basically. Because how is a player supposed to be getting up to continue playing on if someone's put your hand on their back? So it basically makes it even worse on the ref. But the good thing about it is there's at least it's early, so at least you got time to do something about it.
Doesn't show enough urgency. The door is open and the try is scored exactly what the home side needed.
And at the same time, folks, I've got something not in the background, just got it on silent because he is doing something that he does regularly, and it's watching Mason Mount, who's doing a bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Twitch, he does it with his the charity that he does, that he helps out with. He does together for short lives on. He works with a Twitch channel called Combat Gaming, because he's got him and yeah, it's that Combat Gaming. It's the actual name of the channel, and he does sometimes does gaming, and he sometimes will bring in either a teammate of his, and he's brought in a Chelsea women's player in to come and join him to do this. Yeah, he's brought in Aaron Cuthbert to go and do some Modern Warfare. Yeah, and that's all due to Mason Mount. Yeah, them two are there doing Modern Warfare, and apparently he's really good. He's Mason Mount. And come on, Leeds, get back into it, please. I'll get some questions in. I'll have a look at some answers. Here we go. Some guys putting up the Rovers, lads. We are Hull KR. Say we are Hull KR. Dirty Leeds scum. Wow. But he doesn't do it all the time. It's ever so often, and he helps. I think he helps them out, because a lot of the time he pops in and helps them.
He's a competitor, Barry, isn't he? He competes in every situation.
Here's George King. He's been right at the forefront for
So
this season.
you're piping up just because you're winning 6-0 and you've only played and you score within 3 minutes. If you don't win this now, you're gonna look like an absolute fool.
In the halves. Frankie Holton is tackled just inside that Leeds 10. Leeds in that grey and blue strip. Parcells looking for a second.
They don't like that play, that Parcell.
Eventually they stop him right on the line. The ball back with Litton.
Oh.
Again, Crossfield. Hall's going to challenge for it. Claimed by Tino.
Gonna check something quickly, folks, because I think I might be a bit behind Sheffield Eagles game, because the theory that I said to you guys earlier, which I knew was going to happen, has happened, and it is Sheffield Eagles 4, Halifax Panthers 8. And I just knew that was going to come. And that just shows that what one misconversion can cost you. But let's see how this game goes. That it is Sheffield Eagles 4, Halifax Panthers 8. And I told you it's not going to last long. That lead was not going to last long. Now, because I'm just a little bit... I was confident that we were going to go and beat London Broncos first time round at home. And then we end up going and collapsing.
Those two former New Zealand Warriors, New Zealand internationals, I should say.
No, because I fall behind because a try happened and I didn't know if it did happen because something else would happen on here. So I'm just having to check to see if it was for me to put something on, and it was. And okay, I knew he scored again, folks.
Had to deal with so much trauma. Look, he's got 17 fit players, and we talk about this every week. It seems like all car players are down. Sean Kenny down.
Let's check some questions in the chat.
But he tends to get up and get on with it, doesn't he, Sean Kenny now?
You do know that. He'll get up, he'll give it a go, and he'll do his absolute best for his teammates.
Was it last season he picked up an injury that looked as though he'd had finished his season? He's back on the pitch. Here's Matty Staunton, and it's the Robins again. Parcell, Jez Litton stabs a little kick in. Lynette was chasing him. Tyndall had to be alert there as well. Oh, Leeds are
They're very nervous, our Rhinos, at the moment.
Amazing start. Jez Litton pulling all the strings. And just that short kicking game, whether it's high or along the ground.
But
Leeds Rhinos in scramble and
then let's also check and keep an eye on the other one. That there have been 10 minutes played in the other game in Super League, and that is 0-0.
You expend so much energy
Have a quick look.
holding on and keeping Oka at bay. But you can't get that back, and that can damage you at the end of the game. So Leeds need to get into this game quick.
I suppose the only comfort for Leeds is it is not as hot here in East Hull as it is and has been in other parts of the country. The temperature in the highish 20s here, but there's a lovely breeze blowing from the east, carrying a whiff of the countryside, I think.
Very polite.
Here is King on the charge again, and they're on the 10-metre line, which is virtually where they have spent the game so far. And here's Kane Lynette.
Oh, that's a good pass. Going backwards and high.
Hounded down by Myler. Did well there, did Richie Myler. Bodine Thompson instructing his teammates where to go, where the threat might be coming from. Well, it's Matty Staunton. And Parcell, just stumbled at the last minute. I think if Matty Staunton kept going there. Here's Litton. Litton. The ball comes back to Litton. Stabs a little kick in.
And it's a try. There we go.
Against his former club. Ryan Hall back after 2 games out and getting his 12th try of the season. The man who got 230
And it is 10-0 OKR, but the main thing is we've seen from yesterday's game our team can potentially be 12-0 up and our team can come back, so we know it's possible.
Quite simply, executed a kick plan, what you go into a game with. There's not much doing here for OKR. They're just bouncing around, getting to a point. As soon as Jez Litton gets the ball in his hands, look, he signals, he knows what's coming here. He's asking everybody to flatten up.
Yes,
What exactly is going to happen? Picks the ball up, short kick that.
Oh, got to change the score on here. Halifax Panthers got the conversion, so it is 10-4. And that shows what happens when you don't take your conversions.
the vision and the confidence to put that kick. It's outstanding from the young halfback. I say halfback because we know he's a tried and tested, dyed-in-the-wool hooker, filling in at halfback.
Oh.
What a moment it is for that man. 330 occasions he represented the Leeds Rhinos, and he's just notched up another career try.
See if the kick goes over.
almost bang in front of the post. This one a different prospect and across the face of the post.
And that has missed, so it stays at 10-0. Slightly, I will think at the moment, folks, in case something doesn't happen, I will have to pop off for a few minutes. Because I've been told to do it, because my mum and dad are away, so I've just got to go and do a job that they've asked me to do. But I've had to wait. And, oh, funnily enough, something has just happened. What has just happened? And it is now. Yeah. They're away for the weekend. And it is A try. We are back in it. We are back in front. Sheffield Eagles. Try. And here's Anthony Thackeray. Jeez. It's not going to last long. It ain't going to last long. I said that about the last one, so it won't last long.
It's almost disorganised the defensive line from the Leeds Rhinos, and it's those late offloads that Hulkyard are so renowned for that are causing trouble.
That's good work, hounding down Jez Litton. It's going to come to Sam Wood. I beg your pardon. It's going to come to Ethan Ryan, who'll put the kick in.
So update this, and I've got to then go and do a job, but I will be quick, and hopefully nothing happens while I'm gone. Because it's important that I get it done. Way home. Holmes has scored, and then seconds later, what equals Andy Thackeray scores. We scored literally 2 tries in less than literally 4 minutes. I think we've got. I don't know if he actually got the conversions. I just need to make sure on that one. And he's scored 2 tries, and Josh Goodett could not convert any of them. Last game you were converting everything. Is the heat getting to your head, Josh? He needs shooting practice. So it's now 10 points to 12 in favour of Sheffield Eagles. Going to do the thing in a minute. Just got to make sure that this is converted. And has he actually... Yes! It's took you about time. And he's gone for it. Try for the Rhinos. Back in it. Game on. So that's 14-10 now in favour of the Eagles. And now let's put the Leeds Rhinos score on here, and it's now 10-4 with a conversion to come.
Well, it's Brad Dwyer who ends up making that run, but the decision from Mikolaj Aledzki had players outside.
But while it's going on, I will go and sort some stuff out, folks, because I got to be quick. Because I got an errand to run, but very quick.
His eyes are wide open. Nice speed, nice evasion. My word, the Rhinos needed that. Look at the back of the play, the ball. Matty Staunton doesn't know what to do. He's got a smaller, fitter, faster player in front of him. Just doesn't make that tackle. But great work from Mikolaj Aledzki.
Brad Dwyer has been on the bench 16 of the 19 appearances he's made this season. Rowan Smith has decided to start with him tonight, and his pace just caught Hull KR completely asleep there. And Sakardeka, straightforward conversion for him, his 21st goal of the season. Brad Dwyer with his 6th try of the season, 10-6.
Yeah, Barry mentioned it. Look, once the ruck gets quick, you've got to tighten up with your rear defenders. The 2 defenders either side of the ruck have to tighten up. Matt Parcell's taking advantage of that ball car, and Brad Dwyer equally capable of taking advantage of quick rucks and wide defenders around the ruck. Hulkyard just simply too wide and didn't react to the ruck being quick. Fantastic piece of play from Brad Dwyer, and the first time that really Leeds have had any pressure whatsoever.
Right, let's go back downstairs rather and hear from Jenna. News of Sean Kenny-Dowell, I think.
Yeah, good evening, Bill. Just in the build-up to that try, Sean Kenny-Dowell came off. Will Tate has replaced him on, but after 7 minutes, we saw Skids go down, holding his lower leg. He's gone straight down the tunnel. He looked like he was in a lot of pain. I'll have a more accurate update shortly.
Thanks, Jenna. Yeah. Probably attempted fed there, said he's just going to carry on. But he's a tough cookie, Sean Kenny-Dowell. Remember, he played 54 consecutive appearances. In fact, up until the game against Leeds in April.
And the back folks got that done. And he got the conversion. So he's now 10-6. No, I said 10-6 because that's Leeds Rhinos. 10-6.
Leeds Rhinos, particularly from Mikolaj Aletsky, set up the try from Brad Wyatt, but in that last set of 6, tight,
I have.
intense runs at the side of the
I am, but I'm also seeing. Couldn't help if 2 tries happened in the space of literally 4 minutes in one other game.
Morgan Gannon's got to be good enough, or that left edge has got to be good enough to take advantage of that. It's 3 attackers on
It
2.
doesn't here.
You work so hard to create those opportunities, and when you get them, you've got to take them. Morgan Gannon, fantastic, talented young back rower, but disappointing with the execution.
Check some questions if you guys put any in. No. What a defensive tackle that was.
Absolutely on fire tonight, but Parcell has lost the ball. He's not happy with that. He and Myler going nose to nose.
What a run. Matt Parcell, electrifying pace.
What's referee Jack Smith decided here?
Oh, they're giving him a penalty. They're giving him a penalty because they thought the ball was stolen.
Parcell backs his own ability. There's a fumble here somewhere. And the penalty is given to Holkar. Oh, it's stripped. I think it's Gannon that strips it.
They tapped the penalty. Here is Matty Staunton. So Holkar back on the attack. And here is Litton.
So guys, keep putting in your questions, like, subscribe to the channel if you are new.
Down by Harry Newman. That's good work in defence from the Rhinos.
I'll say at the moment, both games have been very entertaining.
Here's George King once again driving towards the post. Tetivano down low to take his legs away. Parcell, short ball to Staunton, but nowhere for him to go. Tried to turn maybe for the offload, but they weren't having any of that with Leeds. Here's Parcell once more. Litton, another kick from him.
Try, but I'm not going to do anything yet because we don't know if it will be given what will happen afterwards.
Referee Jack Smith thinks it's a try. He wants his video ref to confirm.
Video reference to match director. There is an on-field decision on the try and tackle for. A check onside first. So he's onside there to the left, so I'm happy to go to the ground at this point. The ball's live. Something close on the grounding, please. The ball's bouncing there.
It sounds like the whole of the referees union don't like Leeds Rhinos. Seems to be conspiracy. Oh, it is 8-0 to Castleford versus Catalan Dragons.
So he touches the ball there. So can I prove separation? The live calls a try. So all of the please.
Slightly, I wouldn't call that because if his hand's still on it when he puts it down, it still counts. Because his hands are still got to, even if, yeah, because from what I've learned watching rugby league, a lot of referees seem to give it, even if they've let go of it, but still have a little bit of his fingers touching the ball, it automatically looks like it gets given.
There we go. If we just go back on this shot, please. Go slow on this shot. That proves, I just want to prove that his fingers maintain on the ball. That shot you just showed me, please, behind the sticks.
Nah, that cannot be given because he does lose it, but does he still keep hold of the ball as like his fingers are still on the ball?
So I need to show that he maintains possession. Right hand is always on the ball there. I've seen all the angles and I've made my decision.
Nah, if that gets given, then that is a bit harsh.
Closely at that one, but Kalinet surely got hands.
That is harsh.
His hand there. He did. The try is awarded.
Referees like to do Rhinos over on this in this league.
Just in case we wanted to see any more angles of it, we've got another one here. Jez Litton with the short kick. Killing it. What a masterclass from Jez Litton as a halfback. Playing out of position maybe, but just executing a short kicking game. Like Aidan Caesar, like all the best halfbacks in the competition. What a start from him.
Sam Wood has missed with that conversion as well. 14-6. Is goal kicking going to haunt Hull KR this evening?
Maybe, but if they keep scoring tries in the rate that they've scored them so far, what a wonderful piece of skill from Jez Litton. But at the back of it, Kane Lynette.
I agree with you on that one. That is never a try in a million years.
Get it down. All right, there was a little bit of conjecture, but that's a try.
It's a smart play as well because Jez Litton, the way he carries the ball, brings the defensive line up. Now, you could be critical of Tyndall, the winger there.
Yeah, it's
anticipating a kick, but that cluster line just
another try.
It's a smart play, very difficult to defend.
Ew. Add that to the board. Add that to the board. 18-10.
He's come off, he's gone straight down into the dressing room. He's being treated currently, but Blake Austin is on there for it.
Oh, that's a high tackle.
Hopefully Austin can come on and do something for you. Yeah. Just quick. We have another see who's got it. And the try scorer for the Eagles, to have a look quickly for you guys. I know it's someone called Tom, but we're just going to have a look in the move. But we're just waiting. 20 minutes played, 14-6, Hull KR. Try is by Tom Holmes. There we go. I want to say something, but I can't. I'm part Scottish, so I know, but if I wanted to say something, I would say something if it was against the team I supported. I'll go, that's a cheating twat. But if it's high and he's doing something, I know, but if he's doing something reckless, then it's the right thing that you said. So this referee shouldn't be refereeing then. Jesus, that is dangerous. At least the referee said he got taken in the air. Have you actually got the conversions? That's all I need to know. And then I can. Yo-ha. Hopefully he's okay. It looked like it was a bit nasty.
It's the first bad kick, isn't it, from Jez Litton? He just overcooked it slightly. Lynette was with the chase, and in that situation, running at that speed is just so difficult to time. That is a penalty, pressure reliever. What Leeds need to get into this game defensively,
but does get a lot of injuries.
attack their way into this game.
That's the only problem.
Defensively, and they're not doing that at the minute. It's too easy for OKR when they've got the ball.
Muzzy Mustaf is on the field. We'll look at that. The Castleford Tigers.
It is now Castleford 14.
Against the Catalan Dragons.
Catalans 0.
Greg Eden has added a try.
Just as that has happened, Leeds have scored. So basically, it's now. Here we go, folks.
We're going to have to work it out, Barry, aren't we? That's where both teams are coming. When it's quick, we're going to come round the ruck. And both nines love to jump around markers and attack under air.
I'm doing both. I'm just waiting for stuff to happen. It seems to be more's happening in this one than this one.
Last year, in fact, was Mustafa made 11 appearances, had quite an impact. Here is Richie Myler, Harry Newman coming back across.
Oh, that's it. Oh, nearly broke through there.
Frankie Holtman, Shimmy Kynhorst do the tackling. Will Marr getting it in the throat as Newman plays the ball. They're about 12 metres out. Dwyer on it goes. The tackle is slipped and Myler.
Oh, Now we can say game on.
And the Robins defence let their man slip there. Those back-to-back
So that's 10-14 in favour of OKR with a conversion to come. And still, I am waiting to find out if from our tribe, Sheffield Eagles, if the conversion was actually done. And Josh Cudder converts it 20 points to 10. So we're just waiting for the conversion to come for Leeds Rhinos. And then that will definitely make it game on. The only thing I will say for the try by Leeds Rhinos, the OKR players could have prevented that by just sliding when he was running through them all. And it is half time, folks. Sheffield Eagles 20, Halifax Panthers 10. So let's go and focus for the rest of the game. Focus on Leeds Rhinos now, because that's on the break. You can get on with it, and he's got the conversion. So it's 2 points in it. Game on. And like with one phrase that I have said, we've seen one team yesterday who were 12-0 down and managed to come back. Leeds Rhinos have managed to basically do the same. Yeah, so it shows Toulouse and Leeds can both do it, and shows that Warrington and OK are a bit shite. So let's check some questions if anyone's put anything in.
Let's go down to the sideline and get more news on SKD from Jenna.
Yeah, Bill, terrible news for Hull KR, Sean Kennedy-Dale. Their captain, one of their most influential players, is done for the night with that knee injury. They're going to do a full assessment after.
Well, so Hull KR are in trouble now.
Really bad news for Danny Maguire and Hull KR, who are already missing a host of key players.
That is a blow, and it must be bad to keep him out of action. That's all we can say there.
So someone's now got a serious knee injury now.
But here comes Dwyer again. This time they managed to stop his progress, but he has got to centre something, and Dwyer's made just in this enthusiasm to play that ball quickly, makes the mistake.
An incorrect play of the ball. And as he's moved forward to play that ball, there is a player still in the ruck. Is it Frankie Holton?
Yeah.
There's an element of injustice in that, though, isn't it? Right? Because Brad Dwyer's just punctured through the Hull KR line. He's absolutely dominated Hull KR. He's fallen through a weak tackle, and then as he gets up, Hull KR players in the way, tries to play the ball. He does well not to react to that for me.
So basically, as we'll say here, Leeds Rhinos have got robbed again with a decision that should have gone their way.
He was on the bench last week in the win against Toulouse.
How on earth how can you be told to go and play the ball if a whole KR player is literally in front of you, stopping you from even playing the ball? And then you give it to OKR.
Ryan plays the ball. Matt Parcell.
Does this referee know how to referee?
Shaw scored an important try last week against Toulouse. Did Frankie Holden the kick? Finds its way.
So guys, keep putting your question in the chat. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Jez Litton makes the tackle. Really has been busy so far in this game, Jez Litton. Two of the tries he's
been the best
created.
player on the field by a country mile. He's controlled the last plays, the kicking game. And Leeds Rhinos, after a bit of a better defensive set, end up with the ball still deep in their own half. And Zach Hardy.
It shows, give the ball to Austin and he can actually create something out of nothing.
Maybe some worry for him.
Here goes Jared O'Connor. Just turned 21. Sutcliffe manages to offload.
See? I can fight. I can actually say my actual phrase that I said that they could do is actually happened. Something I said is actually positive and not negative for once. It's actually worked.
There was a hand in there as Tyndall comes across to a virtually deserted left edge for Leeds.
It's a loose old game, isn't it? It's not got a lot of structure to it.
There's not a lot of defensive organisation, but it's exciting. There's a lot of guys running around and just creating carnage. Play costing a look to take.
Looks like OKR are a bit under pressure. Look like they're in a bit of a hole at the moment.
10 metres out from that whole KR line, and Dwyer going again.
And the hole has just been dug through, and it's just been succeeded. Leeds Rhinos now take the lead, and now a melee has happened.
Meanwhile, tempers flaring in back play. I think maybe because of the challenge on Myler as he went in for that try.
It's a try for the Rhinos. They're ahead 16 points to 14.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Really, all the pressure the Hull have had. And here's me saying Leeds can't attack the way out the
Shows what happens when you bring a certain player on and it changes the whole dynamic of the team's play.
Takes a knock. There's a touch, an important touch from Ryan Hall to stop Harry Newman getting the ball. That was a certain try.
Because you didn't expect Leeds Rhinos to come back when they were 12-0 down, and now you're winning. Now you're winning.
Something that Hull have not been able to contend with, and a real instinctive support play from Richie Myler. So once Brad Dwyer beats those markers, Myler knows to push up. Frankie Houghton's outside shoulder, Samwood's inside shoulder. Big try.
I don't get why OKR players are getting so frustrated.
What Ethan Ryan's trying to do, he's trying to get down low and make some attempt at stopping Richie Myler. But he makes contact.
Because they're just trying to cause. I think they're just trying to get a player in the sin bin. I think.
He's so quick. It's one of the quickest games of rugby that I've seen, and not out of, I'd say, the attacking game of both sides has been incredible. I just think defensively both sides have been quite loose. Both nines are
Just now waiting, folks, for the conversion to come.
So Richie Myler with the try, leads ahead by 16 points to 14. Kick to come. This really does take some believing that. But Hull's KR's in discipline has led in a large part to this situation.
And he's got it. 18-14 in favour of Leeds Rhinos, folks. Who expected that in the first? Who expected that into the first like 10 minutes when they were 12-0 down, now 18-14 up? Yeah, it shows that OKR you're shite, and it shows Warrington you're also shite. Because it happened. Because both of them in 2 games that I've seen have both thrown a 12-point lead. That guy is so small, but he looks like a big, massive unit.
Came here hoping to avoid a 3rd consecutive defeat. That having won on 6 successive visits between 2012 and 2018.
Get him on the ball. I want to see if he can just bust through people with his big, massive unit. Whoosh.
April 2018.
Wow. And if you want to know, I'm on about the player's called that Mustafa. I just think he looks like a big, massive unit. Yeah, he's a unit.
You and I were talking before the game about how you combat, how you stop each team's strength.
Because I've not really seen.
The Rhinos need to fire out the line to try
Yeah, because
sometimes
it's actually like the first game I've actually seen him actually properly play, because most of the time he's just on the bench, not actually being on. So I'm interested. And it none of you guys did it out of context, but it looks very weird how he's the odd one out, if you can understand in the way that I'm putting it. Because I'm trying to make it sound you might be able to understand what I mean. But I can't say a certain thing because of I'm trying to be careful. Yeah, I'm trying to be careful myself in what I'm saying. Yeah.
Sorry, Ash. Oh my word. Reining in a bit, Leeds. They want to play, don't they, Leeds here tonight? Look, their attack looks. I think it's exciting how they're playing. but they're burning a lot of energy. Both sides are burning so much energy with how they're defending. But it makes for an exciting game, Barry. Glad to be watching it and not running around in the washing machine in the middle of the field.
Zane Tetivano with the run. Myler spiralling high kick, and Ethan Ryan underneath that before Blake Austin descends on him. Here's Ryan Hall. Robin supporters appealing for a penalty for their side as Leeds were very quickly up on their man. Halfway line. Tek plays the ball. Oh, George King, little fumble, clutches onto it.
Yeah, it was just on the bit when they were all lining up.
Here is Kane Lynette
And then you can see there was like an odd out of all of them. I just think it looked a little bit weird because I thought you got an odd out. One person's the odd out in that. But it just looked a bit something I've never seen before. Because in football you got a bunch of you got a bit of everything. Yeah, for that one. Oh, yep, another Hawkeye player injured, hobbled off with a foot in, I think with an ankle injury because he's not put his foot on the ground. So Hawkeye got another injury.
They only had 17 big players going into this game.
Austin, the pass was hurried.
Richards.
Has to be retrieved by Moore.
Richards for Hawkeye has gone off, and number 4 for Hawkeye went off earlier.
Halifax and Huddersfield.
Who's their most influential player, went off injured with a knee injury.
Shake of the hand up here.
So basically, and they've even said that the commentator said that they're buggered now because without him, they usually don't perform.
Some distance, it's all the way back with Blake Austin who leathers that downfield. It bounces though very kindly.
So
I feel this is the difference between the two sides. What leads up on the scoreboard for sure. When they get the ball in the right parts of the field, I think they look exceptional, especially through Brad Dwyer. But Hawkeye just are quite easily making yards and getting field position just by being through direct, pushing through.
So guys, put your question in the chat, like, subscribe, and if you are new for FM's played, it's Hawkeye 14, Leeds Rhinos 18, and it's half time in the Betfred Championship at Halifax Panthers 10, Sheffield Eagles 20. For any of you guys that have turned up late, those are the scores for you.
It's bounced on the deck before it reached Ryan Hall. Jez Litton furiously signaling for 6 to go, but nothing coming his way. Good tackle from Jared O'Connor on the big fella Mark. Litton doing well to find a bit of space to make the kick, but it's comfortable for Liam Tyndall, who goes a
Jeez, he's putting himself in a spot of bother there.
Well, he made his debut against the Catalan Dragons. I remember him doing an amazing run, almost.
One of your players said, "I'm going to run across the face, literally right on the try line," which can be risky. It's what happens if you lose the ball or you lose grip of it. You can concede a try. And second half has started between Halifax and Sheffield Eagles, and the first piece of action, Halifax have scored a try. Yep. And I thought we were going to do it when we were 20-10 up at half time, but then as soon as we've done that, I think, ooh, I call it squeaky bum time is the phrase. Yeah, and it only took them 3 minutes to do it of the second half. Now it's got to wait and see, folks. Well, I can check on this while they're showing a replay if he's got the conversion, and I can add the extra point in. 2 points in. Okay, our fans thinking that Leeds Rhinos are cheating.
Is it me, or does everybody just need to settle down? We need to settle down. We need to settle down.
All right, I'll calm down.
And he's got the conversion.
Just calm down.
20 points to 16 in favour of Sheffield Eagles, folks. Now it's definitely squeaky bum time. And it's still a long way to go. In that one, and we've got about a few more minutes left of this one.
Back in field, Sam Wood gets
between OKR and Leeds, and it'll be half time, folks. Squeaky bum time. And what we can say is, it is Castleford Tigers 4, Catalan Dragons 4. No, it's 14-4 in favour of Castleford. Try Sam Tompkins has just scored right on the stroke of half time. Because at the moment, the Leeds Rhinos need Catalans to do him a favour. He looks like a good player.
Tetivano on the charge, and they'll turn it over there. Let's go downstairs quickly and hear from Jenna.
Yeah, the injuries keep coming, don't they, for Hull KR? We just saw Greg Richards come off the pitch. He was in agony. He has done his hamstring. In total tonight, I can tell you that Hull KR went into this game missing 11 from injuries. There's one ban as well. You've got Sean Kenny now sitting on the sideline with that knee injury. It's not great news for the Leeds Rhinos either. Bodine Thompson, I've just been told, is headed for the hospital.
Oh no, you've got a serious injury yourself. Bodine Thompson has gone to the hospital because he's dislocated his finger.
And Leeds penalised. Final minute of the first 40. Absolutely.
So it sounded like their staff couldn't put it back in place, so it means they have to go in for even more medical help. Hopefully for you, you get Bodine Thompson back.
Tackle 20 metres out, so Hull KR, who raced into that 10-0 lead, will go into the dressing rooms trailing unless they can do.
Is that OKR for you?
Seconds here. Ethan Ryan is brought down just inside that Leeds 10. Parcell,
and that guy looks like a big unit.
And Parcell picks it up and goes again. Matt Parcell. Final play. They're keeping this alive. Litton taken high, was he, by Blake Austin? And the referee decides otherwise. Hull KR not impressed with that. The players converge.
The only thing they can't do when there's a skirmish, when they fight, they can't throw punches, or they'll be straight away sent off.
And Sam Wood having their own little set too, and away from that.
I don't see anything wrong in what's gone wrong there.
Smith, the referee, has penalised anybody for this high tackle. Austin, it was high on it.
I don't think that's a high tackle because he's not really touched him and he's not really collided with him.
Everybody on this field has completely.
Oh fuck!
The referee is right in the middle of it.
Sheffield.
Look, it's on his shoulder. It was reckless.
I'm just getting annoyed now because apparently we've just gave away possession, Sheffield Eagles, because one of our players decided he's going to back chat the ref.
Does he not go back in?
No,
he doesn't need to go back in. And when he goes back in, he's brought the referee into this now. Because this had intent. This was competitive, aggressive, almost needless for the last play of the game. And all it's done is drawn attention to the fact the tackle might have been high.
We've got a situation where we make decisions, okay? Whether you agree with them, that is up to you, but we do not want that. No more running.
Yep, because I think it was you that told me if anyone throws a punch, it's like automatically they get sent off.
Asking the question, is that not a high shot? It's not.
And that is half time, folks. And that is half time, folks. So I can do that. Half time. 18-14 in favour of the Rhinos.
Might be interesting as they're all going into the changing rooms here. Bit of verbals.
And that's just OKR like being the bullies and basically think that they're man enough to throw punches in a game.
14-18 at half-time.
What else would you expect in the heat of
Wait! And Burnley and Watford are one of the big two favourites to win that league.
against the Hull Kingston Rovers side that sprung into a 10-0 lead.
And it's also half time in the other game. Catalans 4, Castleford 14. So at least, if you never know, as you've seen from this game, combats seem to be very common in these last 2 games, so you never know, it could happen in this one. And basically, Leeds Rhinos basically need Catalans to do a comeback. Get in! Ben Jones Bishop actually done something in the game. And he's took it to the second half to do it. No, he's just done a claim, and because of it, the Halifax were offside, so he's basically earned the team a penalty. Knowing our luck, they'll go tap and go, and then eventually we'll concede a try, because it always seems to be a problem that we don't want to kick most of the time. When if you're near the post, kick, because those could be the difference between you losing a game or winning a game. And we don't. That's why I'm just hoping that they've actually gone for they've actually decided we'll go and take the point or 2 points.
Equity release is another form of mortgage. The main type is a lifetime mortgage. You take a tax-free lump sum to enjoy, pay off any existing mortgage,
Check.
and with a lifetime mortgage.
So, any other questions? So put your questions in, like, subscribe if you are new. Second half in the game in the Betfred Championship, and it's half time in the game in the Betfred Super League, folks.
Find out how much you can release.
So we're now. Wow. Okay. For once, they've actually done a tap and go, and it's actually might pay off. Sheffield Eagles, what have you been drinking and what have you been eating?
See how activity can help you manage your health.
Oh, right on the line, and the player has to go and knock on. Ah. That's the first time I've ever seen us do a tap and go, and it actually nearly actually works for once. Literally, Halifax let Sheffield Eagles. Yeah, they basically they let one of. Yeah. Yeah. The player who did it basically Halifax let him do a 20-metre break. And we knew he scored from it if it wasn't for one player doing a knock-on after the whole thing. And yet again, Ben Jones Bishop stopped Bamford in his tracks with the kick. I don't even get the difference between when someone said a kick or says a bomb in rugby. Is that a different type of kick or something? Because there is a kick, because it says here at the end of another Panthers bomb, and there is no mistake, and I think it's when they've done a type of kick. Oh, so it looks like Panthers have got a man injured. Hopefully that might work in our favour. Do a... So I'm just going to put in another poll for you guys to have a vote on. There you go, folks. There for you to vote on what you guys think of the first half. Just having a look at something else quickly. So at the moment, there's not really anything happening in that game because the players down injured. They're having a bit of a stoppage at the moment. So let's have a look. Wow, he's actually scored. Nah. Tom Cleverley's actually scored a goal. That guy hardly ever scores. So while we're doing this, if there's any other sports thing, I'll get that on for you in a minute. So it's Watford 0, Watford 1, Burnley 0. In the first game of La Liga, it's Osasuna 1, Seville 1. And in Bundesliga, it's Freiburg 1, Dortmund 0. Then in the Scottish Championship in Scotland, it is Dundee 1, Arbroath 1. And just as I said that, Halifax have scored. It's 20 apiece. Oh, because one stupid player's had to go and do a high tackle, and now they've just gone and scored from that. So, thank you very much, whoever did that. Dirty Leeds scum, you can't fight your way through a wet paper bag, you melt. We are now just waiting. I think, and he said that when you were actually losing 3-0. When the third minute, when they scored the first try. 18 points to 14 in favour of Leeds Rhinos. Please, please. It is now Sheffield Eagles 20, Halifax Panthers 22. Still enough time to get back in the room with 2 points behind. Even so guys, vote in the chat what you guys think of the first half. Oh my god, we are shite. We are shite. Yeah, we basically just did a knock on and then basically just let one of their players run 60 metres. And we were 20-10, and we were 20-10 up at half time. And then then within 15 minutes of the second half, we're now losing by 2 points. If we lose, say like 22-20, at least it's not a battering. And then there's going to be one person who's going to get all of the absolute rant, and that is the kicker. Because if you scored your first 2 conversions, we wouldn't be in this mess. Because we would actually be still winning. Josh Kadek. If it wasn't for it and he missed his first 2 conversions, if he were to have scored that, we would have been we'll still be in front. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm a bit more annoyed, because though it could have been avoided if it wasn't for him being like missing those 2 things, which are so simple. But like I said, until I see the highlights and see where the kicks were actually taken from, then I can go, yeah, he wouldn't have scored them anyway, then I'll go, fair enough. If it was easy and he missed it, then he deserves to be held. Yeah. But at least we did one thing that I thought we wouldn't, that I don't like us doing it, nearly worked by going and thought we'll do a tap and go, and we nearly scored from it, just if someone didn't decide to knock on right on the line. And this guy's experienced because it's Anthony Thackeray, who's retiring at the end of the season. So he's the most experienced out of everyone. Which yeah, and he's mostly what, yeah, the good thing is he's not done a lot going forward, but he's done stuff because he's in our team. He sounds like he's doing more defensive. He's in a defensive role. What? Nah. One of the players that we bought almost made something out of nothing as his kick bounced over a couple of players, but they then took hold of it. So literally, someone did a kick out of nothing, and it nearly foxed the whole team up because the ball somehow bounced over them all. Yeah, just about to kick off.
Things have calmed down a little bit during half-time, but we're all set for...
Second half between Leeds Rhinos and OKR is underway, 18-14.
Who are separated by 1 point in the Super League tables. And both have their eyes on a top 6 finish to this campaign. But as we've heard during the course of the first 40 minutes, at what cost with the injury toll in this game so far?
Both sides picked up injuries, but I don't know whether we're going to get another 40 minutes of mayhem, or we're going to get some key involvements from Richie Myler and Jez Litton. They are the 2 key players on their respective sides for this match.
There's Frankie Holton for the Robins, who are just inside that Leeds 30. Matt Parcells sets off again. Instruction gone out that he's got to be stopped. So is this guy, Jez Litton, and Ben Crooks flings the ball back. Blake Austin dives on it, and the referee says play on.
First after half-time, right? You go in, you talk about being defensively robust and tough and getting after the opposition. Okay, I've just made
Leeds Rhinos, you can start to get a little bit thinking something could be going your way tonight, because it's now another Catalans try. It's 8 points to 14. So Catalans could end up maybe doing it. And the second try is scored by Joe Chin.
The Catalan Dragons have hit that 14-18, the latest score. At 14-8, the latest score.
Is it Joe Chin or Joe Chan? Oh, it's Chan. Chan. Chin. Chan. Chan. Oh, it took a minute. Oh, and they're playing that one player that you don't like called Dylan Napper. And please say that's Ash Hanley, please.
Supporters appealing for an obstruction penalty from referee Jack Smith.
Ah, stop giving away stupid penalties, Eagles. And that's going to be our downfall. Next thing that's then going to pop up, that Halifax Panthers have scored a try, because they're only 10 metres out, so it means it's going to be a try. More than like one.
A big stand in front of us, so the Rhinos players twice run behind their own players.
I thought the worst would have been Catalan Dragons with Dylan Napper, who likes to get in people's faces.
Here's Mustafa again.
And he looks like a hard thing.
Just see here, there's minimal contact. We don't quite see that. Richie Marler's just out of play. We just missed it there. But
here we go. That's a run. That was some run, Jinky. Jinky run. Oh, that was brilliant from one side to the other. Whack. Whack, bang, wallop. Let's all go out and eat a steak. And also, I can finally one of the phrases I can actually properly use is, let's all go out for steak, because one of them has just scored. Yeah, but his name nearly sounds like a steak, so I. Because his name nearly sounds like gammon, but it's just with another letter put in instead. So I thought I'll use the term steak. Steak has scored. Yeah, I'm trying to do that for different players, thinking what I could say. Because there's all different things. That's why I'm just trying to learn different things. And then that's a try. Let's add this in. And to do that, and be 18 years of age and do that, shows that you're going to have some talent in your future. Yes! Halifax had the penalty and they basically mucked it up. And because of that, yeah, they mucked it up, a tackle, and then we were able to run 40 metres. Because they just literally didn't know what they were doing. Somehow, some way. Because I thought to myself, you're 10 metres out, you're going to concede a try, I just knew it's going to happen. First time I've said that, it's not happened. Something must have changed. So, please something else happen in this. Because at least that got me off the stress of that. Oh, JJB.
get the just desserts back in. It's a really positive start to the second half, but actually really happy with where we started the first half, how composed and focused we were, what we always threw at us.
And also at the same time, come on Catalans.
Could be finding more points here, thanks Jamie, because right on the front foot now, 10 metres away as Myler spins the ball, Austin spins the ball, on it comes to
Go on! Oh, that was unlucky. Yeah, but the one thing I still think, if the player on the last knew he was going to get a tackle, why didn't he just pass the ball to the side and the player could have just run and scored? Players. Oh, he was going to, and thought I could go for it myself. Oh, Sheffield, you're doing good things, but then you just mess it up. So one player runs literally half the length of the pitch, and another player just basically gets penalised after doing all that hard work. Jesus Christ. What's the point in playing?
Rover supporters, they are up against it. We've heard about the injuries, crucially Sean Kenny Dowell absent, such an influence on the side, and he was at the start of this game. And now, Austin is in there, and Frankie Holt, well, the referee had no option. He's blown 6 again. We've got 6 more opportunities with the ball.
Decision, wasn't it? Okay, I'll be delighted with that though.
Matty Staunton playing the ball. Here goes Parcell with the run. Elliot Mitchell being employed in the halves this evening by Danny
Stupid Holmes got penalised for a high tackle, and then because of that, Halifax went on the other end and scored. And you know, one of our main actual players we bought to be attacking, he ran half the length of the pitch to give him the ball. One of the players ran halfway, and we were in a good position, and then the player ran, and then suddenly he just got been penalised for a high, or what they call a high shot. And that's what's been annoying. That you see one player doing a break, and then another one just stops it by doing something stupid. But the only difference is if we get one, it's good for us, because if we score another try, at least we're not out of it yet. Just one try in it, so that's not too bad. Up in here, I need to. This is what happened. The player made a half break. The ball came loose, and it deemed to have loose carry, and then our player got penalised for a high shot. But we still got ages to go. If we get another try, then it's game on. Let's see if he got the conversion. And he has missed. He's finally missed. Actually, could that be our saving grace? Yep. And I'm still got one thing I'm going to say. If it ends in this, we would have actually got a draw. If it wasn't for our 2 missed conversions, we would actually be drawing right now. So that's what's going to cost us, is those 2 missed conversions. Okay. Our player got tackled late. Are you going to put him in the sin bin and tell him bye-bye, you're out for 10 minutes? Yeah, because one of our players... Yeah, because the player deemed to have hit one of our players late. And that was when Halifax were 20 metres out. Yeah, it's just at the moment, I've got a lot of things that are popping up quite regularly for the other game. So I'm just having to keep an eye on that. It seems like that's getting a bit heated. Yeah, I'm also checking on the other game, because you need Catalans to also do you a favour. So I'm doing that as a bit of a thing as well. But, it's still 14-18 in favour of Castleford Tigers, folks. Yeah, I've literally got it up on here. So at least if anything changes, it does it automatically on there. Because it's on the site.
And he wrestles and tries to get his ball to play as quickly as he can and lose his grasp.
That's what front-loading defensive efforts gets you.
Try for Halifax. They are now 30 points to 20 up.
And then you come up with errors. So just front-loading your energy into your D, really making sure you're intense in that department. Bears fruit.
We were 20 points to 10 up, and now we're the team that are now 10 points down. We're now 10 points down in these, and it's now 70th minute. And that's just due to stupid players. When something could happen from it, and then someone goes and does a stupid challenge. And that's happened twice. But it would have to be now, if we were to get the next try, you could think maybe it could still happen. But if we don't score any more points, then that's done. But looks like another big player for Halifax, for Hokiara down. No, it's that. Oh, it's that one that you're on about. The it sounds Italian with that surname on the back, with his name. That Sheller. Sounds a bit of Italian.
Looking to extend their lead here. Jared O'Connor, on it comes to Myler. Myler gets the pass away to Hardacre, and Hardacre goes forward to Tyndall. And a big cheer goes up there. That's forward.
Wait, biggest cheer we've heard all game.
Just in case any referee at this ground needs any help, there are thousands of them.
There's a big tackle from Jesley and just pulls that Hardacre in the swing.
No, that's not a forward pass. It would only be a forward pass because he got tackled into that made it go forward.
Hawkeye getting the ball back. It's not all that pressure they've just absorbed. At times Hawkeye have chosen to defend the line very well, other times not so well.
But that could be understandable if he's got penalised for that, because you shouldn't be doing that anyway. Ah. Did he actually convert? He's actually converted it, so it's actually 32-20 in favour of Halifax Panthers. This game, that game is mayhem.
Talking of mayhem, the Tampa Mayhem are involved in the USA Grand Final tomorrow. Good luck to them and Jacksonville Axemen, who are their opponents.
What a name, Jacksonville Axemen. What a name for a rugby team.
The kick from Jez Litton, taken by Ryan Hall, but Hall is claimed and wrapped up. And interestingly, the Axemen, the Jacksonville Axemen, are coached by Sean Rutgerson, once of Salford.
The growth of the game, particularly in America, I've actually been to that ground. Dennis Rodman.
Well, Leeds played in 2008. Yeah. Leeds played South Sydney, didn't they? Just when Ryan Hall was playing.
Hall may well have played in that game.
Yeah. And who else was it? Chris Everett was there. Greg Norman.
Russell Crowe, the gladiator.
That's a crowd. That's a crowd.
Meanwhile, here at Stewart Group Craven Park, 14 points to 22, and the LKR supporters urging their side to fight.
If Catalans for you can get another try, then you'll be thinking, what can be going your way?
Dominated by Leeds since the resumption. They've extended their advantage. Blake Austin. A kick downfield and into the arms of Ethan Ryan.
Just catch it. It's Tommy Makinson asking it. catch it, route one, run as hard as you can, find some space.
Nice offload from Will Tate. And Hull are getting a chance with the ball in hand at the moment. Maybe an opportunity for them to do something.
I don't know why, but why OKR decided now today we're going to play this game the dirty way and just basically be like the bad boys of the sport. Because that's what they're trying to be like.
He's been good, Minchella, playing at half-back. He can ball handle, he can run lines.
Parcell. Jimmy Kinehorst. That's the fifth tackle. They're bang in front of those posts about 5 metres away. Set restart. Here goes Parcell. Referee signals there. Some more tackles for Leeds to defend against. Is Litton. Wilmar now. Wilmar driving towards the line, but Aletsky is there. Aletsky he's going to the bin.
He's done nothing wrong there.
And Jack Smith. Well, for me, the pace of this game, the ferocity.
Like a rocket, like I have said, we might have a glimmer of hope. We had to have a try. And who has scored? Brandon Douglas. Hey, might not do anything in the fact of us getting any points, but at least we've not gone down without a fight. Haha, fans thought that was a try. Haha. And come on, Guzdeck, get the conversion, please. Was it against Wakefield? Was it against Wakefield that happened? Away. It happened then. I seem to be unlucky because every time I've streamed 2 games and both of them have been when he's done that same injury. I must be unlucky.
That's a smart player, and Harry Newman knows what's coming, puts himself in the right position, and Jez Litton, I'm going to repeat it, Jez Litton.
I don't know if you've got anyone that can replace him at the moment with all the suspended players you've got.
Here's Tetevano. I think is it Harry Newman is in back.
Wow.
Limping. That's a miler kick, and it's a good kick into the corner.
Well, he knows exactly what he's doing, doesn't he? It's not the same reward as it would have been 3 or 4 seasons ago with a scrum down, slow the game down. It's going to be
The referee's on drugs.
Harry Newman is in all kinds of trouble. Is it that hamstring?
Oh no.
That's big for Leeds. It's big for Leeds, not just because, look, Harry Newman, I believe, kick-started Leeds' run, what they're on at the minute, just with his energy, his intensity.
No, that's not good.
Passion, and against Wigan, he really took it to Sheffield in a performance against them a few weeks back. He brings much more to this team than just the strength of his ball carry. The spirit that he brings is so important.
That's good.
So to see him come off the field is crucial for Leeds.
Is that sold out? Yeah, now 16-8 up. A penalty. Yeah, he's scored every conversion he's had. Yes. You're actually going on a roll, Gus. If you've scored your first 2 conversions, we wouldn't be in this mess. So it's now 26-32 with half the deficit. But so out of even if we lose now, I'm not disappointed because at least we've gone fighting. Fighting is a good thing.
Great news today. World Cup ticket sales have hit 250,000.
I wouldn't be surprised if all the England group stage games are near enough sold out. I wouldn't be surprised.
16 points to 8 now at the Menderhose Jungle, and Gareth O'Brien penalty just
Oh, is that ticket? Is that the price of buying a ticket? Wow.
Here's Muzzy Mustafa. So Leeds down to 12. Harry Newman off the field.
Yeah, because I think I've got one of my uncles who's thinking about going to watch one of the games because one of them's at Bramall Lane, which I think that's England playing Greece.
I think both teams are just putting the right number of players and just saying, fill in where you can, boys. Don't worry about what position you're going to
Oh!
And with that sin bin in, Richie Myler for the second
If that worked, we would have.
I'll tell you what, Liam Sutcliffe hasn't even joined Hull FC yet, but I'm sure the Hull KR supporters...
We just need a try, but we're going to be so short. Oh, I think that's it now. Damn it.
Leeds will be pleased in the position they're in. Obviously, 8 points up. You know, they'll be disappointed with the Harry Newman injury, but they've shown a bit more intent and effort defensively, and also got over the try line. So, but Leeds are in a good spot. Hawkeye have got to really do something, really push and probe with limited resources to break Leeds down.
That's good work from Frankie Holton, and then good work from Elliot Minchella there.
offload to the key for Hawkeye. Those late offloads really troubled the Rhinos in the first half.
It's a great kick.
Just see a puff of the cheek from Ash Hanley. He's thinking, not again.
Marcel's kick, I think it was. Is Hardacre.
So hard, isn't it, to pick when you've got a kicker who can kick out a 9. Wingers have to come up on the end of the line. Left and see 9's McShane kick 40-20. He's just playing on wingers being on the end of the line. Smart kick from Parcel.
Here's Dwyer, Muzi Mustafa.
Go on, you big unit.
LKR's 40, the kick from Blake Austin, another one aimed towards the corner.
And sometimes it doesn't need to be any more complicated than the brutal approach that the Rhinos had on that last set of 6. Coming out of their own end, 1 up carries, short, intense.
If you're ahead, playing error-free, playing direct,
playing at the right end of the field, more importantly.
Staker scored again. Woo!
That's a good way to close the game out. My question for you, Barry, is with 18, 17 minutes left, is it too early to be trying to close the game?
Yeah.
You definitely want to play the game as far away.
And he looks like a very good.
Either one of these.
And he looks like. Yeah. But you're gonna think at his age, you're thinking he might not get these opportunities again to be able to score a try. If he keeps doing that at his age, in most games, you might see a bigger team coming for him.
That's going to win this game. It'll be a mistake. It'll be a moment of magic, a flash of brilliance.
Oh, there we go, running like the wind. And that might have just won you the game, even though there's a long way to go. That might be the cushion you need.
Patience, wasn't it, from Morgan Gannon? Patience from Leeds, building pressure, getting to the right end of the field. Mistake here from Sam Wood. When Morgan Gannon picked it up, he had a long way to go. But he's incredibly fit. 62 minutes into the game as a back rower. Showed a clean pair of heels and great speed to finish this. But my question to Barry was, look, is it too early to try and shut the game down? Well, they've just been vindicated with that decision, haven't they? They've won some field position, got the ball in the right part of the field, forced a mistake, and then it's all over there for Morgan Gannon. Nobody they can catch it.
And the first thing they said on the list was, it's not going to be defence, it's going to be a mistake. The mistake was made.
Full time, folks. Sheffield Eagles 26, Halifax Panthers 32. I'm not actually disappointed, because most of the time, yeah, because you would think when we were 10 points down, you'd be thinking Matt's game over. You think that they would just give up, not show any fight, and just at least make it a good ending to the game. You know you've lost, and we've only literally lost by a try and a conversion, and that's it. And it could have been worse. Yeah. Yeah, and that was due to one player doing a stupid high tackle, which then gave them the lead, and then we threw it away after that. Yeah. The other thing I'm... 32. Yeah, I'm just saying that I'm proud of them, but the only thing that makes it a bit stupid, that still thinks we could have still done something, was we went down the flank right at the end. The player had the pass to someone who I think could have gone on and scored, but he couldn't do the pass right, and that was it. And from what they were saying, it looked like we could have scored from that, because we were like breaking, and that was it. Now I just said it's Sheffield. It's full-time Sheffield Eagles 26, Halifax Panthers 32. Now we can focus on Leeds Rhinos. Now one team's, yeah, hopefully, because I want to see at least one of the two win. But I'm still proud of Sheffield Eagles, because like you say, if any sport, you could have just fallen away and decided we'll give up. So that at least they didn't end it by accepting a defeat. And that's all you got to think at the end of the day. And at the moment, it is still 16 points to 18 in favour of Castleford Tigers.
Next up, Warrington at home, Huddersfield at home, Aletsky back on the field, Catalan away, and then rounding the regular season off with Castleford Tigers at Headingley.
Imagine that. Imagine if it goes down to the final game when it's Cass versus Leeds Rhinos for the last spot. Imagine that.
Despite the first half being frantic, they've composed themselves and have been the better side here. The question
You said, Wilco, they've learned during the course of this game, they've adjusted the game as individuals and collectively. They've learned, adapted.
Yep, because that's still a possibility that it could come down to that showdown between if you still keep up the pace.
There's only been one team that currently sits in the playoffs, and that's Castleford. They've not beaten the top side this year. Leeds are in the playoffs now, and Hawkeye are going to have to beat some teams at the top end of that table to make this six.
Can Hawkeye turn this round? Can they make life difficult for Leeds in the final 12 minutes? But good defence for the Rhinos.
And to let you guys know, Sheffield Eagles' next game, we're playing Witness Vikings. So that's going to be another one of good luck. The one guy I just call a big unit. Jeez.
Here is Liam Tyndall. And Blake Austin. And then Sam Walters. And Walters, another of the tall contingent, 6'5" he is. And tackle just inside his own half. Now then the impressive Aletsky.
Interesting. 68 minutes played.
Here is Blake Austin.
Roy Johnson on the field now for Leeds Rhinos. Been introduced in the last
Leeds are still winning, folks. 28-14. 68 minutes played.
Mustafa going without the ball there.
Just complimented him on his defence, not on his handling skills.
Dropped it twice. That's quite an achievement. Dropped it once, we dropped it again. But yeah, no, obviously, like he said, well liked by his teammates. You feel for
Oh no.
what they've gone through over the last month. Since that
So basically,
you can't help but feel for this team.
So the one player you can blame for that is Mustafi for his knock-on. It's basically gave them the ball, and that means that happened through that. And I can let you know it's definitely game over, and the other one is now 18-8.
He has on-field responsibilities, but he's a talismanic figure as well.
He is.
The only reason Caz have won this is through the conversions and the kicking of their main player, of their kicker.
Came back on 5 minutes later and lifted them into victory.
There was no comeback though tonight for Sean Kenny Dowell, and could be a lengthy.
Oh, try for Hull KR, and that's come through some stupidness from one player who did a knock on when he really didn't need to do it. When you were in control, and look what happens.
If it can land this, it might set us up for an interesting final 9 minutes.
Yeah, but the only problem is he's only got 1 from 3. So he's not the best at his kicking ratio.
Come on, Sam. So there's Robin supporters behind him, and he's on.
And he has got it, because no one would miss from under the sticks. If you did, you need your life sorted out.
Hands it on to him, and he just holds the ball until the back row Morgan Gammon bites in, creates the space, and he glides through the hole.
He's guilty of switching off a bit.
It's a poor lead. I just think they weren't connected there. Jeslet, and all he did was drive to Morgan Gannon's inside shoulder. As soon as Morgan Gannon has a nibble, Blair Costin's got a bite.
Under the post.
It's all about being connected with defence. Just working hard for each other. Leeds did get that right there. And this just sets up a great last 9 minutes here.
Surely does. Here's Ryan Hall, and Ryan Hall with a good strong run. Phoenix Lolu Tonanahai is on the field.
What a name! He sounds like he's from the South Pacific with his name. Lola GLT. I think we've got. Is he got? I need to have a look to see if he's. We think we've got someone with exactly similar surname. But that's why the Sheffield Eagles team is very creative when they do his name, because they just go in QLT. They can't be asked to put the full name. I wouldn't blame him on that one. But I don't think he's playing today, QLT. Orthodox. All you just need to do now is at least, if you can get at least a try, or you get like a penalty or something, you might have just done enough.
Corey Johnson. That's what they want, isn't it? That's what he wants. Retreating players so he can get out. Have a look.
18-8 at the Jungle now. Another Gareth O'Brien penalty. He's had a productive night.
Yep, I know that. Because most of the points have gone through that one player for Castleford. If you didn't get all those conversions and penalties, they wouldn't be winning. They wouldn't be winning. Or basically it would be a lot more close to the game, and I think Catalans would have had more of a chance. Yeah, ours is cool. I think it is. I think it is the same person. I don't know if it is, if it's related or something. Because I think it's got similar. Need to have a look. So it's L. I know. I'm just looking at that. I'm doing that. It's still not one to go. Leeds. I'm not saying much after that because I don't want to jinx. That's why I stopped myself there. And let me.
Here's Minchella. Minchella puts the brakes on Jared O'Connor.
Yeah, I'm just having a look. And Castle. Yeah. And Castleford's next game, they are playing Huddersfield Giants. Today. Which Huddersfield are very good. And then you're at home to Warrington. Who's the other ones that you need to drop points? Salford. Then next game after what they play this weekend, they actually go away to Catalans. And then do they play tomorrow? They play Huddersfield. So basically, in the space of literally a week, you need Huddersfield to do you a favour twice. And they actually are a decent team, because I think because I did the game where they played OKR and they beat OKR. So they show they're not that bad.
The pace and the trickery maybe to open up this Leeds defence.
You can just tell, can't you? You can just tell he's quick, he's agile, he's going to run it around. He's the type of player that frightens
He's a quick thing.
Here's Ryan Hall.
There we go.
He's lost the ball. What's the referee giving here?
Trying to steal the ball in contact, got one away there, but okay, I get the ball back.
Leeds 12-0 winners earlier in the season when these two sides met at Headingley, looking to make it
Quickly, just checking something quickly.
and on course for that now. If Hull KR were going to make something of this in the closing minutes, they had to strike immediately after that Sandwood try.
He's played the ball.
Jeez, that's quick. Quick reactions, I'll say that again. Let's see. It is. It is.
And I just think the difference in the level of competition in the second half has stood them in good stead. Every key moment they competed hard. Richie Myler's competed hard in a couple of key moments. Zach Hardaker there competing hard in key moments. Red Blake Austin doing the same. It's maybe been the difference in the second half performance from Leeds. Although they were up in
They
the
are.
first half,
So I think I think they're related. I think the one point that's just come on for OKR. I think we got to play with exactly the same surname.
Morgan Gannon has been instrumental in this Leeds performance. Here's Austin couldn't take the pass from Dwyer.
He'd done everything, Brad Dwyer unpicked the defence of Hull KR. And the ball was just behind.
Oh, dear me. Myler shot out the line.
See, he tries to drop the player inside and he can't regather that ball.
Hang on a minute. Ethan Ryan is away. Ryan has got Hardaker ahead of him, and Hardaker makes the tackle on the halfway line, but Leeds funneling back. Tate, Ches Litton.
Yeah, you do need them.
Dwyer is there to make the tackle on him. Leeds have got back into shape. 2 minutes to go. Matty Staunton playing the
That's a good thing.
Here is Will Marr. Sam Walters clinging onto him to make the tackle. Ches Litton now. Litton again with the kick. The ball is batted back, and it's with Will Tate. Tate flicks it away. PLT Phoenix. But he is held up just short.
Big scramble from Leeds, wasn't it? And desperation, because that's what you should celebrate as well. That scramble, the effort, the extra effort to really stop OKR here. Massive.
And that passage of play almost encapsulate this game, doesn't it? Just mayhem.
Yeah, but what it shows as well is you've got Hull KR were broken.
Have that. Have that.
Things that they wouldn't normally do. And as a result, Hull KR
Oh, so the player that we've actually bought with the same surname used to play for Toronto Wolfpack.
scrapping for the lives, and that'll be encouraging for Ryan Smith.
And he's also ex-Cass as well.
Everywhere conceivable to win a game. And the answers have been in the favour of Leeds Rhinos. And the
Oh, he'll definitely be coming up against England. Because England, I think, are playing Samoa in the first game of the World Cup. And he's Samoan.
who's limping in backfield constantly. Got that leg strapped up. But he's done what his side has needed. It's been a tough display by a number of players.
The hockey supporters starting to drift home. Full time in the Council of the Tigers, and it's a big win for Lee Radford's side. They have beaten the Catalan Dragons 18 points to 8. And this game just ending on a slightly feisty note. Minchella and is it Ash Hanley just had it was a few of them.
Someone having a bit of a chuckle, are we?
Minchella's got the fire in his belly.
Jack Smith will just be glad to hear the hooter and bring this one to a close. It's been such an eventful game, and again the players are in there. There's a knock on.
Whoa! Full time.
Smiles now. A few seconds ago they were glaring at each other. And
Leeds.
well, they endured.
Leeds Rhinos 28. OKR 20. Hope you guys have enjoyed both doing 2 games tonight. And they've both been entertaining because they've both had very similar, been between 30 and 20 points, so it's been not bad. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to post. I might do a stream tomorrow. Might do the first goal watch along of the season tomorrow. So like, subscribe.